Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 59.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
They'll run on 1st down. It's right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Muse, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And I'm sure for these guys, the break from the conference championship to the Super Bowl seems so long. To get out here and score that first touchdown has to take some tension out of the game.
Oh, I love the point you just made about the gap between. Think about the pressure that is built in the interim. To come out and get the first points in the Super Bowl, fantastic for the team.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And Mahomes picking up the 1st as he slides and hits the deck. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Right. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Right. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd down, it's right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Trying the power game with Ham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. C.J. Ham taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. On first down, Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on second and 10. Mahomes flushed out right. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Mahomes now on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On 2nd down now. It's right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, off and done.
And that is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a carry for Dobbins. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave 35 yards. And the Saints are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson from a yard out. And the Saints are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Mahomes to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Mahomes got to have this one, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So that one a long 11-play drive. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's right. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team